Salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Really appreciate you guys joining me for another video. It's Thursday. Hope you're having a good one. This means that tight ends and defenses are coming at you. I got the top 15 options for both, giving you guys all the information you need to make the best decisions possible to crush your opponents and go after those dubs. If you guys haven't done it yet, please consider dropping a like on the video, or you could maybe wait to see if you like it and then maybe do it then. But either way, it is greatly appreciated. And then subscribing to the channel as well. That helps me out a ton. We are going for our first 500 subscribers. We are very, very close. You can be a part of that still, but you got to click the button fast because we are going up in subs as the days move forward. If you guys have any questions, I am the one to come to. I love to answer them. I give you very detailed answers most of the time when I have time, and I also answer every one that I receive. Don't know how many people are out there doing that, but I am one of them, so drop one so I can give you some support. I also have a bunch of awesome subs out there who have got in on the action and given their opinions too. Love to see it. Keep that up, guys, because as we help each other, we all get better, and that is what it's all about. With that out of the way, done selling you the goods, let's get into tight end rankings. Mark Andrews kicks off tier number 1. He gets Tampa Bay on Thursday night. It does look like he is going to be good to go as well. There was some question about that. There is some risk in playing him because he's banged up and it is a short week. But if he's active, there is no way you are benching the overall tight end 2. To number 2, and it is none other than George Kittle. He paid off my buy call of him last week. He posted a tight end 1 finish overall, so you gotta love that. Hope you were able to buy him before that happened because now his price has skyrocketed. Now, all of that being said, the Rams this week are a completely different animal. They allow the fewest points per game to the position at just over 3 a game, so we need to have reasonable expectations for Kittle in this one. Headlining tier number 2, I have Zach Ertz. He gets my Minnesota Vikings. He saw just 4 looks last week against the Saints. He saw 20 total in the 2 games prior to that. But good news is coming because the Vikings allow nearly 13 points a game to tight ends. That is 6th most in the league. So Ertz is going to have a strong rebound game in this one. In at number 4, I have Dallas Goedert. Now, the Steelers are a bottom 5 matchup here for Goedert. However, he plays a key role in Philly's offense, so he should be able to overcome it. He's had 6 or more targets in 3 straight games. To the top of tier 3, rounding out my top 5, and back from a bye, quite an intro, is Tyler Higbee. He was a tight end 1 in 4 out of 5 games prior to that week off, but he may struggle here against the 49ers. They allow the 2nd fewest points per game to the position. To number 6, and it is TJ Hockenson sitting there. He should be able to capitalize this week with a banged up wide receiver room in Detroit and a struggling secondary in Miami. I expect a solid target share and performance from the current tight end 5. Pat Freiermuth is my next man up. He's at 7. He has 2 finishes at this position or better in his last 3 games, and he has only scored 1 touchdown all season. It is hard to move the ball against Philly, but if you are going to do it, the tight end position is actually where they are weakest. To the top of tier 4, I have Robert Tonyan. He offers a decent floor. He's registered 22 yards or more in all but 1 game this season. However, we know they get the Buffalo Bills this week, and they are going to put a bunch of pressure on Rodgers. But when that happens, Tonyan's going to be the guy underneath scooping up targets, so that is why I have him bumped up a little bit. Dalton Schultz is next at number 9. He is getting healthier by the week, and he was finally able to flash against Detroit, secured all 5 of his targets for nearly 50 yards. I'm not exactly sure what his new peak is going to be in this new Dallas offense that just wants to run the ball all the time, but with Dak Prescott back, he is a solid option. To number 10, it is Dawson Knox. He is going to have to battle a tough 2nd level in Green Bay, but something tells me that this is going to be a statement game for Buffalo, and I will take a cheap piece in this offense and hope that it pays off. Next up is Hayden Hurst. He has 7 targets or more in 2 out of 3, and he's very similar to Knox. I want pieces in this offense as well. Cincinnati is on fire, and Hurts should continue to benefit from that. To the last tight end one of the week, at the top of tier 5, I have Kyle Pitts. Now, he certainly does not deserve a top 12 spot with what he's done so far this season. I'm not sure anyone would argue with that. But at least he's starting to see a little bit more in the target department. The 5 that he saw in week number 7 are the most that he's had since back in week number 3. Hopefully the volume keeps coming because Pitts still has the talent to capitalize on it. My 13th ranked player is Irv Smith Jr. He continues to see decent usage in a solid offense. And really at this position, that's about all that we can ask for. He's caught 4 balls in back-to-back games, posting tight end 19 and tight end 14 finishes in them. The next man up is Evan Engram. He's in at 14. He's averaging nearly 8 targets per game in his last 3. He's also racked up 176 yards in that time. So if you need a solid floor piece, Engram is a good bet. Cade Otton is going to be the last tight end that I have for week number 8. He's at 15. He's posted his 2nd finish inside this ranking in the last 3 games, and he's averaging 5 targets per throughout them. After going for 64 yards on 4 catches against Carolina, he is a good bet if you are hurting at the position. If you guys are enjoying the content so far, smash that like button for me, and now let's get to my defenses. My number 1 defense in week number 8 is the Dallas Cowboys. They blew the doors off last week, completely demolishing the Lions to post their 2nd number 1 finish in the last 3 weeks. While the Bears certainly looked better than they usually have against New England, they are going to regress heavily against this excellent defense. My number 2 defense is the Philadelphia Eagles. They get Pittsburgh, and we all know that the Steelers have not done much right offensively in a while. The Buffalo Bills are at number 3 against the Pack, and kicking off my 2nd tier at number 4 are the New England Patriots on the road against the Jets. They did get lit up by the Bears, so that is not a good sign, but they had posted 3 finishes in the top 6 prior to that game. The Jets, they are not going to be the same team without Breece Hall, so I like the Patriots to rebound. To number 5, it is the Denver Broncos against Jacksonville. That defense knows that they have to carry a heavy load, and Trevor Lawrence likes to throw picks and fumble. To number 6, it is the Indianapolis Colts against Washington, and to kick off my 3rd tier at 7, it's the New York Jets in that matchup with New England. At 8, I have a San Francisco 49ers defense that is finally starting to get healthy, and my 9th ranked team are the Jacksonville Jaguars against Denver. Now, I like them more if Russ does not come back, obviously. But even with him, we know that Denver has struggled mightily to move the ball downfield. This play, however, is not without risk. The Jags have bombed in the last couple weeks, but I believe that it pays off. At the top of tier 4, and rounding out my top 10, I have the Tennessee Titans. They get a matchup with Houston on the road. And at 11, I have the Washington Commanders against Indy and quarterback Sam Ehlinger. At 12, I have the Cincinnati Bengals. They travel to Cleveland. Cincy has surrendered over 20 points only 1 time since week number 1, and they picked up 3 sacks against the Falcons last week. They also have the personnel to slow down Nick Chubb, and if that happens, the Browns are in big trouble. To the top of tier 5, I have the Tampa Bay Bucs against Baltimore, and my 14th ranked team are the Miami Dolphins against the Lions. My last defense in week number 8 are the Las Vegas Raiders. I liked them as a sleeper last week. I had them in this exact spot, and they responded with a top 8 finish. Now, I doubt they do that again, but they do not have to pay off this ranking. And that is everything for the tight end and defense video in week number 8. Hope you guys enjoyed the content, and I hope you learned something. Let's continue to grow, get better, so we can dominate and go after those dubs. Let me know if you have any questions. Drop them down below. I want to be able to help you out. If you haven't done it yet, crush that like button for me, and please subscribe to the channel as well. This is Relentless Press. I am your host, Abraham Opatz, and we will see you next time.